Carolina passed a new budget for the first time since 2018. It's more than 600 pages. So our Verify team has been making their way through the budget to find some interesting tidbits. One is about the teaching of the Holocaust in North Carolina schools. Wake Up Charlotte's Megan Bragg joins us with this morning's Verify.
Of the hundreds and hundreds of pages in the new state budget, on page 108, it outlines how educators need to teach a certain topic, the Holocaust. So the question, is the Holocaust now required to be taught in North Carolina schools? Let's verify. Our source is Michelle McLaughlin, a K-12 social studies consultant, the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, CMS, and the North Carolina budget. According to the state budget, starting in the 2023-2024 school year, middle and high schools will be required to integrate lessons about the Holocaust, which is the systematic killing of Jewish people during World War II, in certain classes.
It's important that students begin to learn and they begin to recognize the stages of genocide.
The legislation calls on the State Board of Education, North Carolina Council on the Holocaust, and the North Carolina Center for the Advancement of Teachers to coordinate and integrate the Holocaust curriculum into English, social studies, and other courses.
Those local boards and those persons in charge of curriculum locally are mandated to make sure that there is PD being provided to teachers that will ensure that the teaching of the Holocaust or other genocides is done accurately.
So was the Holocaust taught in North Carolina schools before this mandate? In an email from the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, they told us local school districts determine curriculum, but teaching about the Holocaust falls into several of the state board approved standards for social studies. It went on to say, we are not aware of any schools in the state not addressing the Holocaust in some way. CMS outlined its curriculum in an email showing instruction on the Holocaust begins in middle school and extends through high school. Social studies consultant Michelle McLaughlin says this new mandate just strengthens the material.
There are guides and guidance for how to really evaluate to make sure that textbooks and resources are selected that are going to be accurate and actually appropriate for the teaching of the Holocaust.
So we can verify that while many schools were already covering this material, yes, the Holocaust is now required to be taught in North Carolina schools. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.